Hello and welcome again, listeners. I am your presenter, Miss Brihannia White, and today I am delighted to continue our podcast, Modern Technology for Inclusive Education, a Caribbean Consideration. In this week's episode, we would look at another disruptive technology. Over the last few episodes, I introduced you to disruptive technologies that are rarely explored, if at all, in Caribbean education systems. Such technologies included humanoid robots and augmented reality. So, too, I invited Caribbean education researchers and educators alike to consider these tools that can enable and support inclusive education. In this episode, I want to add yet another disruptive technology that has been creating some buzz in recent times, and another of my personal favorites, virtual reality, VR. In my humble opinion, VR will make learning more accessible, memorable, practical, and engaging. It will offer capabilities that will resonate with students with special needs. So, what is virtual reality? Virtual reality technology is an exciting tool that involves a safe and supportive environment to transfer knowledge between the virtual and real worlds. Through such technology, individuals with special needs can look carefully at their strengths, abilities, and learning preferences compared to the required learning tasks and expecting learning outcome. While augmented reality enhances the physical content with 3D effects, virtual reality immerses the user in a three-dimensional, that is 3D environment where they hear, touch, smell, and taste stimuli. Students interact either through a traditional desktop and VR software or wear a head-mounted display and data glove. Users remain external observers and observe the augmented effects through the apps. In other words, you are live within the experience without being physically there. VR has the potential to make a real difference for students with various disabilities, such as sensory impairment, autism, learning disabilities, attention deficit disorder, behavioral disorders, and severe cognitive disabilities. Teachers can engage their students more comprehensively than ever before using virtual reality. Students benefit from keeping up with advances in technology that can improve the classroom environment. Let's explore the stated benefits of virtual reality in education from recent research. For persons with physical disabilities, innovative features enable the individual's strengths rather than allowing the disability to limit interactive capabilities. In one wheelchair navigation simulation system, users experience wheelchair navigation across ramps and different terrains. They gain familiarity with acceleration and deceleration of their wheelchair as they would in real life experiences. They were able to build physical and cognitive skills within the same environment. Additionally, the wheelchair navigation system was implemented to teach non disabled peers about the barriers within a school or classroom. Children and their teachers without disabilities sat in virtual wheelchairs to experience a typical school setting with narrow hallways and doors, stairs, objects, and even inappropriate comments. It helped them understand what it is like to live with and go to school with mobility impairments. You will note VR plays a crucial role in enabling a person to build functional and cognitive skills for sensory impairments. Virtual environments with auditory information provide robust, customizable learning by promoting or removing various activities and actions and manipulating visual and auditory inputs and outputs. For persons with vision impairments and blindness, VR builds skills required in recognizing spatial environments through sound. Students can explore life, culture, and idiosyncrasies of different regions. They can search, move, localize, design strategies, and build orientation skills through integrated tasks. Surrounding sounds assist them in orientating spatially. Contrasting interface colors are vital to users with residual vision. Different virtual environments with diverse problems to be solved allowed multiple experiences for children to identify, solve problems, and evaluate their course of action. VR enables deaf students to learn essential life skills and apply basic academic skills, mathematics, and reading to explore a virtual community. This virtual environment provide real-life opportunities to interact with characters, utilize an on-screen sign language interpreter, and build confidence in social settings. Virtual reality breaks down barriers for students with hearing impairments and deafness by providing real-world applications to practice essential basic skills needed to obtain better jobs and higher educational opportunities in mathematics, science, and technology. VR encourages multi-level learning. Special needs students can learn on multiple levels with virtual reality. For example, as part of an occupational therapy program, OT, virtual reality can also teach social, emotional, safety, and other daily life skills. It allows students with disabilities to practice everyday real world skills in a safe environment. In one VR promotion, promoters highlighted that students can learn from realistic scenarios without the risk of practicing an unfamiliar skill in an uncontrolled real life situation. Examples provided were a trip to the grocery store, a public restroom, getting a haircut, going to the airport, ordering food from a restaurant, or taking public transportation. The unfamiliarity with new places and situations can be overwhelming and anxiety provoking for children and adolescents with behavioral disorders. Virtual reality allows students to take virtual field trips without traveling anywhere, something they will not be able to do otherwise. For game-based learning, virtual reality would likely completely change the way games can be used for learning. Game-based learning supported by VR is immersive, engaging, motivating, and fun. The playing field is leveled. A player's gender, weight, and race do not have to interfere with their acceptance by other players. You are judged by your actions. Virtual reality takes edugaming to the next level and makes a substantial difference. Virtual reality for assessment. VR offers interactive, ecological, and valid assessment tools because it is flexible and controllable. Researchers, clinicians, and educators can probe and assess behavior using VR systems while maintaining control over stimulus delivery and measurement. Furthermore, assessors can increase the complexity of tasks and measure performance within VR systems. While there is overwhelming positive reviews for VR, in education systems, I must highlight the limitations. The challenges of implementing VR are mostly logistical, technical, and financial. Qualified staff and plenty of space are required for VR. Plus, users can become easily distracted and need to be trained in digital competencies. VR apps entail data security and privacy issues. VR equipment can also be very expensive. Too much sensory overload is currently being debated. Here are some examples of VR. VR to help students with disabilities abound. Google Chromecast enlarge images for visually impaired individuals and employs VR screen readers such as VoiceOver and TalkBack that describe the environment with information from all text in the photos and videos. Deaf students benefit from Google Class and video and 2D barcode camera phone scanning. In Mind 2 is an action arcade VR game with a bit of decision making strategy and neuroscience of the human brain. Titans of Space is a short guided tour of our planets and a few stars in virtual reality. Anatomy VR is a perfect immersive app to learn human anatomy through virtual immersive 3D navigation of the human body. Learn Languages VR is a VR application for language learning. Interactive textbooks use 3D images, audio clips, and videos to explain the text. To conclude, developers are beginning to prioritize accessibility during design, leading to lighter headsets and more user-friendly controllers for users with physical disabilities. They apply appropriate color choice, audio descriptions and text, and image magnification for children who are blind. Additionally, they include clear transcripts and closed captioning for deaf or hard of hearing users. VR is effectively used to improve social anxiety, language deficiencies, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder ADHD, physical or motor disability, cognitive deficits, dyslexia, and Down syndrome, among other disabilities. VR increases motivation, facilitates interaction, develops cognitive skills, improves short term memory, and makes lessons more enjoyable. The most significant effect is enhancing communication skills, especially in students with hearing problems. For autistic students, VR seems to facilitate social interaction. The benefits of virtual reality apply to both general and special education students. Immersive learning applications allow students to practice concepts in a new way, allowing them to engage in their lessons deeper. The possibilities with virtual reality in the classroom are endless. Here ends this week's episode on virtual reality for inclusive education. Again, I renew the call for Caribbean EdTech researchers and like minded educators to look beyond the tools that are commonly used. Consider virtual reality for inclusive educational development. This is your presenter, Brianna White, and do look forward to my final episode on modern disruptive technologies for inclusive education. Be safe out there. Bye.